code number. Thank you.
Meow. That's right. Yes, let's rub the comedy ball here. Gradually build us up. Yes, it's the comedy movie drop. I think almost everybody knows how this works. Oh, Rebecca is here in Lady in Red. Oh my goodness. Yes.
That's what you were talking about.
The
Bruce,
dress.
remember what we talked about. You're supposed to focus on me. My therapist has said I need
girl in a red
desperately.
dress. It just puts me
No,
off.
the lady in the red dress, absolutely from the Matrix. That's right. That's exactly what it is. So, well, here we are. It's Monday. Sorry I couldn't come in on Saturday. I was just absolutely bone tired. My brain's all about. I'm getting excited with AI and coding things, but no, I must do comedy. This is my comedy booby trap. I usually take 5 thoughts from my day and try and spin them into comedy gold. No promised laughs. Usually young Liss is over there with his in toothpick penis, but one day it'll grow, I'm sure.
Don't even try and start, lad. Don't even try.
No start. I know. Yours is much bigger than mine, mate, in your dreams. Anyway, so all I'm saying. We've got this big comedy event actually tomorrow in central London, Big Boss Tilly, the bartender. And Wimajig is here. Wimajig, the woman, the width, the legend. Where Wimajig? Yes, that is the history, the background. Wimajig, basically over Christmas, Wimajig saw me as a kind of VR hobo. Going from world to world, telling jokes jokes in the inverted commas to anybody who was listening. And Wimajig was like, no, you could find a real place. And where did we go, Wimajig? Where did we go? We went to that. I forget the name of the first world. What was the name of that first world?
I don't remember.
Well, it wasn't here anyway.
But yes.
We couldn't get in. We went to the vault and then went to somewhere else and we couldn't get in. Well, there were so many things. And then we came to the Scenic Club, didn't we, Wimajig? And you said, hey, why don't you try it here? And thus the comedy boobies began. So it's all hail to Wimajig who made it all possible.
You started near a Christmas tree.
That's right. It was originally in a Christmas tree in the courtyard. Yeah. And thanks to Stephen, the winner of the universe of all VR things. Yes. Let's have a big hand immediately for Stephen and his wild, just awesomeness, which is being recognized by Meta. How much money are they giving you, Stephen, as a result of this? It's a tough life. It's a tough life being a creator, isn't it? Yes, goodness me. Anyway, great to see you, Wimajig. And we've got, who's that? Roman Carnival. Yes, I've always appreciated the Romans and the way they took their carne and they stuck it in the veil, the meat in the veil, and the Romans did they, or something. Anyway, but like I was saying, I've got this big comedy event tomorrow. We've got the world's oldest new material night. Is restarting. I'm helping produce it. I'm actually going to be an MC there eventually. I'm not sure if they're going to let me perform tomorrow because they've got really famous TV comedians performing tomorrow. But I'm on the reserve list. So if one of the TV comedians accidentally falls down a well or gets pushed in front of a truck, then I might have to perform tomorrow. So I'm sort of thinking, maybe I should do my set rather than the comedy booby trap. What do you think? You ready for a bit of a set?
Sure.
Go for it.
Oh, there we go. All right. Well, here we go. Some of this you may have heard before, but let's see. So, is anybody familiar with those? Is a newfangled thing? Didn't happen when I was a kid. Gender reveal parties. Yeah. Is anybody following this sort of trend? Yeah. Have you been to a gender reveal party?
I've not been to one, but I know of them.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Rebecca, Kayla. Yeah. So yesterday, over the weekend, I was at a gender reveal party. Turns out I'm male.
Wow.
The beard would give it away. I mean, it just, but this is the thing, is you've got to check these things, haven't you, Craig? Are you comfortable in your gender? Have you revealed your gender to your, friends and family?
Yep.
Yes. You got to reveal your gender. Not your sex. Your gender is different from your sex. I get confused. It's, but there's a lot of talk, isn't there, these days about gender fluidity? Yeah? Yeah, I mean, it's all. I don't really understand it. I'm trying to work it, but it's like I'm asking and this maybe gets a bit controversial immediately. This is a bit of a dodgy area. I hope you'll stay with me. I've already lost you maybe on the gender reveal. Let's see. But I'm thinking if people are being gender fluid, right? Are they going to start to be racially fluid? Is that the next step? I was thinking, well, maybe 10 years ahead, right? Big Boss Tilly, Bruce Haywain. You're going to wake up and think, actually, I feel a bit Chinese today. Or, maybe I feel more Angolan. Oh, it's a Monday. I feel a bit more Angolan. But, and I said that entirely in jest. Turns out, though, a British influencer 2 years ago has already had surgery. He had full on 18 surgeries to make himself look Korean.
Well, there we go.
Have you
The
heard
future
this?
is happening.
The future's happening. I mean, decayed facepalm. Exactly. That's exactly what I felt looking at this guy's 18 plastic surgeries to make himself look Korean. The Koreans are quite upset. They're known as being a bit hot-headed, but I shouldn't stereotype. But this is the thing, though. It's like, is it effectively what is it? Some sort of like high-speed reincarnation, right? It's like Monday, I'm going to be female. Tuesday, maybe I'll be, Australian. Thursday, I'm going to be a tortoise.
Why the hell not?
The hell not? Okay. Yeah, a little comedy triple there. High-speed reincarnation. Well, why wait the whole lifetime to die and then see what you come back as? Take control, isn't it? Manifest, Rebecca. Decide that you want to be a dragon with a fire-breathing dragon, and you could identify, couldn't you, as a fire-breathing dragon and have the surgery. I mean, what's stopping you?
That's true. That is true.
Nothing is stopping her. Nothing is stopping her. Absolutely. Nothing can stop this lovely lady in red. Yes. So, but I mean, talking about ladies in red, which are, of course, the greatest. I mean, there's a competition, isn't there? What's the greatest love in the world? Can we ask Meow, what do you think the greatest love in the world is?
The greatest love in the
Greatest
world.
love. The greatest love in the world.
Your mamas.
Just,
Well, we got one from Rebecca.
parents,
The love that you have towards your mother.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah. And any advance on that?
Yeah,
Anybody else think you
partner.
got to go on, Meow? Say it again.
partner. Like,
Oh, you love the love you have for your partner. So you got your mother, your
Kids.
partner. Someone said kids. Who said kids? Was
Kids.
it
Kids also
kids? Yeah,
say
kids.
kids.
I think. Well, they're all good candidates. They're I mean, now we're talking. Doritos. But sorry. Okay. No,
Hell
but
yeah.
look, I mean, seriously, these are all great candidates for the greatest love in the world. But I think you're missing the two. These things. Any two of them. It's the greatest love in the world. Bicycles.
Oh, I was going to say sex.
Ever tried to prize apart two bicycles? Oh my goodness, like pedal in the spokes, mudguard in there. Oh, no. They just don't want to be separated. It is because they have, isn't it, Tech Geek 2003, the greatest love in the world. You love a bicycle, don't you? It looks like a man who loves a bicycle. I mean, he's got a Ghostbuster t-shirt on. Obviously, that connects immediately to bicycles. Well, talking about bicycles, let's move on to mental health. I mean, Tech Geek there was stunned to silence, taking photographs, absolutely taking photographs of me. Maybe he was suffering from a panic attack. I mean, this is a common thing these days. Anybody ever feel like they suffer from panic attacks?
yeah.
Yeah. You've had that Meow. Yeah. What brings on the panic attack?
I don't know. A lot of the time, it's just random anxiety.
Random anxiety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor, what causes you to panic?
It used to be work,
Okay.
but
No, you just said fuck that and you're off. That's good, isn't it?
I did.
Ain't doing that anymore.
Tech Geek, you were raising your hand for the panic. What makes you panic? Being asked questions by a comedian, I guess, is the one.
Really? Like whenever
Um,
I do get scared real easily though.
Yeah, that was. It's so quiet. I heard you get scared of easily.
Scared easily, yeah.
Yeah, you just get scared. No, this is the thing. But apparently, I heard this on a podcast. That what you need to do to handle a panic attack is lean in. You got to lean in because, like, sort of being, afraid of the panic attack is you're giving it power by giving it fear. What you got to do is like you're on a roller coaster, Mr. Ace. You've been on a roller coaster, yeah? And like you're on a roller coaster, it's scary, right? You put your hands up. Woo! I mean, you can actually sort of defeat the panic attack. I don't know. Has anybody heard this? Just me listening to podcasts or my dreams or my dreams.
I never thought about doing
I
it.
asked my therapist. I said, "Is it true that you can defeat a panic attack by kind of leaning into it?" And he said, "Get out of my house. I have a restraining order." And I was like, "I thought we were in love. Yours and my bicycle." Anyway, but I mean. I say, I don't have a therapist now, so it's well, I think I have him in my cellar. But no. What I'm talking about is, there's all sorts of panic attacks. Anybody else got wrestling with mental health issues? And any other
I
kind
think
of go on
probably
decayed face palm? What have you got? So you can tell us? Go on.
Depression.
Depression, yeah, there's so much to be depressed about. Stop watching the news, I say. It's for me, I don't know, maybe you have this part of a depression or the panic attacks. Intrusive voices. Does anybody have this? They have like intrusive voices, relentless, kind of you have that as well. To
I have a
face
porn
palm.
addiction.
I did.
He has there's addiction. You've got all these voices, all these intrusive voices, right? I mean, as well. I mean, talking about intrusive. Some people say I suffer as well from AD.
ADHD.
That's right, D. No, but and very much the intrusive voices. And what you've got to do, right? Those intrusive voices when they're like, "You suck. You've got no future. You're not funny. You'll never be a proper comedian." What you've got to do, Kayla, you've got to say, "Shut the fuck up. Why did I even marry you?" You gotta draw a line. You gotta draw a line. Demarcate. No, actually, I do get on very well with my wife. So that's just jokes. Just jokes. That's comedy. Comedy there. Further self-checkout. Yeah, I mean, for me, I have to actually, I've really come around to it. Every time I go to the supermarket, I'm like, I get a mirror out and I'm like, check me out! I've got the body of a teenager! Locked in my cellar. No, I'm check me out! Self-check. That's the thing. The self-checkout, it's the best part. It's the best part. I mean, actually, they have got the little videos now. I feel basically I'm doing a stand-up set every time I check out in the supermarket now. I'm like, hey, oh yeah, banana, ooh, avocado. The other thing you've got to do is not just scan, right? You've got to do a show. You've got to get that AI going sexy, like Mr. Ace there doing his depressed walk across the front of the stage. I mean, hey, whatever turns me on, baby. Okay, sorry. Talking about inappropriate behavior. Has everybody ever got an inappropriate greeting card? Sometimes there's a lot of different greeting cards. Anybody ever got one that just seemed wrong?
No.
If you laughed at that setup, Women Jack, you're going to love the punchline. Anybody got a really inappropriate greeting card? I mean, like, for example, I got one from my grandma. I got a birthday card from my grandma one time, and it was sort of like, it was like, it said, at the top of it, it was a sort of cartoon, at the top it said, thinking of you, and then it had a picture of a cartoon man with his hand down his trousers. I was like, what is? Come on, Grandma. I know I am very sexy, but please, calm down. It's I don't know. I think she maybe just got the wrong card. But talking about hands in your pants, I mean, this is let's kind of wrap up here on my. Well, actually, we'll see if we've got time for the old proper booby trap. If you're liking the full set, we could go for a booby. I've got some booby trap backup. But what would be my
Everybody likes a full set of boobies.
Full set of boobies. I mean, goodness, breasts. Just don't get me started. I mean, I am just
chicken breasts are nice.
No, chicken breasts. If they're done nicely. I mean, I'm coming around. If they, chicken in a bag. Chicken in a bag is not what I call my wife when she has a big Google on, but no, but it's like, okay, stop there. I want to talk about smacking yourself in the balls. Has anybody accidentally smack yourself in the balls?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you've been tasered, basically.
Yes,
the ladies, if you're not sure what it's like. Similar to childbirth, I believe we find it is. But, this is the thing. Like, if you just think about the design of the male genitalia, you've got to start thinking, maybe that means that, that man... Sorry, men, obviously. Maybe that means, like, the design of the genitalia, it's so I mean, really, it's hanging out down there. Maybe it means that God is a woman. Wouldn't you think? Like men, like basically having this like little like sort of like Achilles heel that like they can be damaged so easily. Doesn't that suggest that our Lord and Savior might be female?
Could possibly be.
Possibly not funny, but I'm getting you thinking.
No.
But then you think about male and female orgasms, right? Now and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies, but like I mean, guys come a little bit easier, don't they? Would we agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's these bloody men. It's just these
spots up the arse, isn't it? So.
Thank you for making that a fantastic point and well made, Sir Bruce. Yes, well, I mean, I'm sure we can find you a vibrator later to sort that out. But,
I don't know that you don't know at the moment.
Vibrator later.
But if you think about that way round, doesn't it seem like right that God is a man, right? Isn't it? It seems like God is a man. If you think about the design of the orgasms, okay. Well, but so what's going on there? God, man, woman.
Religion.
Well, I think clearly what we've discovered, God is gender fluid.
Possibly so.
I think so. I mean, it's God has been demonstrating there is gender fluid all along. Comes back, maybe that racial fluidity, that like high-speed reincarnation. What it is, clearly going forward, we're going to have to mix up the gender fluid and the racial fluid, make a kind of smoothie. Have that really, a bit fattening, but still, I think that's Way to go forward. Okay, that could end more strongly. Quickfire comedy movie. Okay, streaking. Yeah? Where's that? Does anybody remember in the well, you probably don't because you're all so young, the 70s and 80s? Basically, they used to have these streakers. They would be ladies who would, oh, you remember Women Chick, yeah. Like, basically, they would basically discard their clothing, their apparel, and they would run across the football pitch. This was a big, but there was no Xbox, there was no VR back in the 70s. That was the only entertainment we had, wasn't it, Women Chick?
Pretty
Sounds
much.
like good entertainment.
I mean, I was like, that's
Streaking
just...
is still alive today.
Oh, is it, Bunny? Have you done it recently?
Not recently,
Oh,
but
you
I
personally?
have seen it.
Well, you've
Although I
seen it.
did
Okay, it's
recently
still
go
going.
to
It's still going,
to
I
a
guess.
hot spring. Everyone was nude.
Oh, hot springs. It's not really streaking then if it's in a hot spring.
Depends on what you're doing.
I want to yes and what you're suggesting and saying like every time I go to the Japanese onsen, which I go to a lot, right, is like, oh yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Japanese onsen, everybody gets their kiss off. Whoa. I mean, I have to, limit how much I do it because people just pass out looking at my abs. But anyway, because they're kind of like, they've got a strange outie. But anyway, no, what we're talking about. Let's move on to, that was a quick one on streaking. Also, I found out today apparently that the New York Police Department, they've employed some crime-fighting robot dogs. Have you heard about this?
Oh.
They've got like crime-fighting robot dogs now on the streets of New York. I mean, I think they're all busy making love to fire hydrants, but otherwise, it's going perfectly to plan. Third, super fast. This is a super fast. Quick draw. Quick fire round. Third thought of the day: pen pots. Has anybody got a pen pot in the house? You got a pot with all the pens in?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to.
Yeah.
I used to, but I don't anymore.
No more. So maybe lose that.
The fridge.
Top of the fridge. Yeah, but have you noticed like all of the pens don't work, do they?
Yeah.
Oh
You got
shit!
this
No,
big
I
pot
got
of
a pen
pens.
pot in my living room next to my TV.
There you go. You got all these
That is
pens.
so
None of them
Pens
work.
don't fucking work. Yeah.
Why do we have it? Why do we have it? I mean, you have the pencils, and you gradually sharpen the pencils, and then they go down, and basically the pencils are all stuck down. They've got shorter and shorter, and they're stuck down the side, and you can't get them because the pens. Throw the pens out, everybody. Okay. Well, we lost Rebecca on that. Clearly, the lady in red couldn't handle the truth. You couldn't handle the truth. It's too real for you. Okay. Well, let's grab a last two. We could do our five. We've got. Oh, Stephen Pilkington's there. Whoa! I love the honest. Oh yes. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. One day, Mark Zuckerberg will prostrate himself at the feet of our God. Yes. All right. I'll be up for high five in a moment. Thank you very much and good night.